3.
Alright guys, welcome back to another day of science. Today we're going to be talking about rock cycle. Rocks really rock. So if you come over here, Mr. Mendio, and videotape this please. Okay, if you guys remember in elementary school a little bit about the rock cycle. You have sediments, right? Pieces of rock. And so these crayons today are going to represent pieces of rock or sediment. Okay? So today we're going to go over basically how we're going to do your lab. But I'm going to kind of cover the basics of rock cycle. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is igneous rock. Okay? And igneous rock comes from volcanoes and melted magma. So today we're going to represent that with the red crayon, shavings of red crayon. We're going to drop them in this little aluminum boat I made. And we're going to place them on water representing the heat from magma. As you place them on water, if you guys remember, metals are conductive, so what is it going to conduct? Heat, right. So you can see if you zoom in real close, you can see that the wax on the crayons is starting to slowly melt. And this is representing that magma or that heat changing that igneous rock. Okay? So it's when rock melts into magma. Okay, now that it's almost melted, we take it off. You can see it's almost a liquid. But what do you think is going to happen to this liquid? Well, of course, without heat, this magma is going to cool, and it's going to harden into igneous rock. So you can see it started to harden, and now this is igneous rock. Okay. The other thing I wanted to show you today was a sedimentary rock. And so a sedimentary rock is kind of like the Snickers. Very yummy. Don't get hungry. And the Snickers has layers. So you can see each individual layer. You have a chocolate, you have a graham cracker, you have caramel peanut butter, and then you have another layer of chocolate. Over time, rocks settle on each other and they get compressed and squeezed. And that's called compacting. And then they get cemented when minerals join them and they glue them basically together. Okay? So the Snickers represents sedimentary rock. The last type is metamorphic. So we're going to take the Snickers again. We're going to place Snickers in a plastic bag. And I'm going to apply two things to it. Heat and pressure. Okay? So heat comes from my hands. Pressure comes from my hands as well. So I'm just going to apply some heat and pressure. And then I will take it out of the bag. And once you've applied heat and pressure to a rock, it becomes a metamorphic rock. And as you can see, it's kind of like a mixture of what we originally have. It doesn't really look like a Snickers anymore. You probably wouldn't eat it like a Snickers. But it's because those sediments have all been compressed together underneath heat and pressure. Okay? Alright guys, that's the three types of rocks I've demonstrated. In your lab, you're going to be doing it very similar way. But you guys will be exploring the lab. Science rocks. Rocks rock.